Hey, I am Motoshi, or I am Amaya's mama, or Amaya's human, whatever you might call it. So, how are you guys? Good evening. So, tonight I'm here to talk about something that happened last Tuesday. So, a little background information where I live. This place is a gated society. So naturally, it's a very everybody knows everybody at least by face kind of situation. Also, there are different Facebook pages, like catering towards people living in this society, or Facebook groups. For example, there's a Facebook group for and made up of people like animal lovers or pet lovers of this area. There's one for business people of this area. There's one for gamers in this area, so and so. So last Tuesday evening, my dad went out for a walk. And while he was coming, I guess he saw this one cat that looked like it was starving. So my dad called the cat. And now, those of you who know cats or normal cat behavior, you know that stray cats are very fearful of humans, usually. Usually they will stay as far away from humans as possible. But this one cat started following my dad. He followed my dad all the way to our apartment. And my dad brought him, and he was like, hey, you should feed it. And now I do have a cat of my own. My cat, or Amaya, is currently 7 months old, and he's a male cat. So as you might know, that male cats are very territorial, and they don't like other cats in their territory. Usually they don't like competition. And this new cat that showed up to our place is actually a male cat. So naturally, Amaya hated it. Amaya was ready to throw hands. Anywho, so I had to lock Amaya up in my room. While I fed this cat, I gave him some food, some of Amaya's food. And this cat literally just inhaled the food, finished it up just like that. So I was like, okay, this little dude is hungry. So I gave him more food, and he finished that one up too. So I was like, okay. And by how friendly and comfortable he was around humans, I kind of had this feeling maybe it's someone's pet that got lost or something like that, but I wasn't too sure. So then I see him walking around our home, sniffing around, and then he goes to where my cat's litter box is, where Amaya's litter box is, and he tries getting up on it. I'm like, okay, maybe he wants to pee, but I cannot let him use my cat's litter box. That's not okay. Don't let other, especially stray cats, use your cat's litter box. So anyhow, I get another box and pour some litter on it for the new cat to use. So as soon as I do that, he just jumps on it as if he knew what to do and starts pooping on that litter box, in the new litter box. And by then I was kind of sure that this is someone's pet that got lost. So I took some pictures of him and posted them on this animal lovers group we have here. But I did not get much response. There was this one person who said that this looked like their cat, and they were coming to see or maybe pick it up if it was their cat. So I was kind of excited. While all of this was happening, the cat just decided that it would be the best idea to come sleep on my couch right beside where I was sitting. He literally cuddled on beside me, beside my lap, and fell asleep. So when this person came to see if this was their cat, sadly this wasn't their cat. They had a different cat that got lost. So I kept on posting about it and everything, but there wasn't any response. So then if right, like, I talked to other people. I have friends here who like animals, so I talked to them, and we came to this conclusion that either this cat's humans left this area and left the cat here without decided not to take it, or this cat's humans kicked it out, like basically abandoned it. I know that sounds awful, but people do that. Anyhow, so I decided to, and this cat was sick. This cat was wounded, badly beaten up. It had a chunk of, skin missing from his right paw. Then it had a huge scar on his tummy. He had black stuff all over his body and everything. I will attach a picture of him. And he was dirty, he looked dehydrated and everything. So I gave him some saline water, some food, and he was so comfortable. He decided to take a nap on our couch right beside me, as if he knew that he was safe here. Anyhow, so I was like, okay, I just cannot, kick this cat out of my house because he's sick. And I forgot to mention that he was having, he was having loose motion. When he pooped, it literally looked like wet cement. Like, the color was awfully unnaturally gray. I have never seen something like that. And very liquidy. And he just looked very tired. So I was like, I cannot let this cat, I cannot let this cat go out on the streets and probably die. I cannot let that happen. So I decided to take it to the vet the next day. So next day, me and one of my friends, we took him to the vet, and throughout the whole journey to the vet, he was so calm and so quiet. And that just solidified that he was someone's pet. So we took him to the vet. The vet said he has a very bad case of diarrhea, and he is anemic and has a lot of worms in his tummy. This is actually the primary diagnosis we're working on right now. So we brought him home, and now I am taking care of him. I'm nursing. I'm trying to nurse him back to health. I'm giving him meds. I am giving him his prescribed diet and everything, and hoping for the best. So while I was doing this, I was trying, I was also looking for someone who would, give this little cat a forever home, because he's already over 1 year old. So, and he already suffered a lot on the streets. So I believe he deserves a loving home for the rest of his life. And he deserves all the love all the love and all the comfort there is, because he's such a sweet cat. Now, I will, I will walk you through the process of how I took care of him. And tomorrow, I'm gonna go deliver him to his new parent. And hopefully this will be his forever home. Fingers crossed. So, one thing I wanted to say is, if you cannot, if you think you do not have the capability to take on the responsibility, or carry out the responsibility of having a pet, don't take a pet, don't get a pet. Or if you feel like if you're gonna shift, you're gonna move, but you won't take your pet with you and you're just gonna abandon it, don't get a pet. These pets are not toys. They're living, breathing creatures. They have feelings, they have emotions. Especially pet cats and pet dogs, they can hardly survive in the on the streets. So please do not abandon your pets. If you feel like you cannot care for them, give them up for adoption. There are plenty of people that are willing to get pets that can actually take care of them. Look for a suitable a person who will adopt it and take care of it. Give them up for adoption, but please, for the love of God, do not abandon them on the streets. This is the worst thing you can do to an animal that loved you so much their entire life. So without further ado, I will show you how I take care of it. By the way, we named him Dumbledore, or because of his really sweet nature, we also call him Mellow. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Hmm? এই তো একটু পর একটু পর একটু পর এই তো হয়ে গেছে অলমোস্ট ডান অলমোস্ট ডান অলমোস্ট ডান অলমোস্ট ডান অলমোস্ট ডান একদম মাথা পিছাবো না এই তো মুখটা একটু একটু like that. তাই তোমরা পাগলকে এই ঘর দিয়ে বের করে দিয়ে মায়ের ঘর দিয়ে বের করে দাও পাগলকে, কারণ আমি ওকে নিয়ে বেরোবো। আস্তে আস্তে হয়ে গেছে, স্নান শেষ, কমপ্লিট কমপ্লিট। আমায় স্নান করবি না? Yeah, so this না একটু পরে This is unripe banana, or where I'm from it is called kacha cola. So this is really good for loose motion, for curing loose motion. This is good for curing loose motion. So this is for the cats. By the way, we decided to name the cat Dumbledore. So this is for the cats here. This is to fix the cat's loose motion. I'm gonna cut it into very tiny pieces so that I can incorporate it into his meal. Like so. See? Tiny. Those unripe bananas or kacha colas. And while that is cooking, I also have some chicken going on over here. We're boiling the chicken. Also, we're gonna use this as soup or stock for the rescue kitten. Oh yeah, we named him Dumbledore for Dumbledore. So I'll take some on this here on his plate. I'm using a bowl kind of plate for him because he's gonna get a lot of soup with the food because he's dehydrated. Now I'm mashing the bananas up. We'll add the soup and some chicken. So I will add more soup and chicken, so I just need both my hands. I'll leave it to cool down a bit while I prepare Amaya's lunch. I am also adding a bit of probio to his food. This is for Dumbledore. He bandaged his paw. His paw had some injuries, some real bad injuries up and down. So I bandaged his paw, applied a bit of medicine to his back. I don't know if you can see or not. And now he is sleeping on my lap. He did poop. Again, he's still having loose motion, diarrhea. But yeah, let's hope he will get better soon. Look at him sleeping like a baby. I guess he doesn't have much energy because I tried to make him play, but this old boy doesn't want to play. Let's see if he's okay with belly rubs. You're such a chill cat, baby. Cute baby.